What's up, guys? Antoine Webb here with Culture Matters. Coming to you today, I want to talk to you about our second principle in our company. The U in culture stands for us is unique. Education is finding the answer within. Now, education is finding the answer within. What does that mean? Well, what this means for us and our company and our employees, this means that this is thinking outside of the box at all times that we possibly can. We're going to want to ask ourselves questions on all of life's daily activities. Why? Because there's always something that we can learn from our everyday activities. Now, if you think about this, Dr. Peter Diamandis wrote the book called Mastery, goes over that it takes 10,000 hours in order to become a master at something. Now, what better way to get some of those 10,000 hours than learning from everyday situations? Well, how do we learn from everyday situations? Well, we ask ourselves questions. And we can dive into words and learn from words. Now, how the hell do we learn from words? Well, let me tell you. You can't refine what you don't define. You can't refine what you don't define. So, if you don't if you don't define the words that you use within your company, the words that you use within your set of values, if you don't define these things, how could they ever mean something to you? How could they truly take meaning the way that the words were meant to hold meaning? Well, we have to take these words and we have to make them ours. We have to make them our words, our vocabulary, what they mean to us inside. Because our words create matter. Our words create our thoughts, and our thoughts create our actions create our outcomes. So our words create the matter. Now, what's an example of this? Well, an example, right? Educate is a phrase that means the answer lies within. And that's where this premise is based upon. The unique in our culture, which means to us unique, education is finding the answer within. Now, we take things that are ordinary to us, words that are ordinary to us, and we break them down into a context of our own. And what this does, it helps gets our brain thinking outside of the box, outside of the normal constraints of the subject. Because in life, society, they put everything in little boxes. Put a box here, put a box here, put a box here, put a box here. And before you know it, everyone's an expert in a little box, and no one knows anything about the whole picture. Because in life, what we learn from are all connected in between these boxes. So in order for us to get a full picture on life, we have to know and study each of these boxes so that we can have a clear picture. And this is why we study about biology and, neurology and the English language. We learn about all topics in order to paint the full picture. And this has to do with learning in your life and being a life learner. So education is finding the answer within, when we don't know something and we're looking to understand something, we have to first look with inside to understand. So let me give you an example. Love. Longing of value every day. That's what love means to me. Longing of value every day. When I love something, when I'm in love with it, that thing has value to me. It has such a high value to me that every day that I'm not around it, that I'm not with it, that I'm not focusing on it, I'm longing for it. I feel the emptiness without it. I put my love into context so that I can better understand the word myself. Education that's coming from within. I'll give you another example. Fake. False advice kindly entertained. Fake. False advice kindly entertained. When you meet someone and you feel, they're being fake, right? Fake. You're being fake. You're acting like you like me, but you really don't. It's fake. It's something that doesn't exist. It's not real. False advice kindly entertained. Things that are fake, they don't have a huge impact. And what I mean by a huge impact is by when you're presented with something that's not real, it's laid out ever so gently. When you're thinking about things that are fake in your mind because they're not here in the reality, however, this is untrue, but we'll get to that on another video, or perhaps at the end I'll try to explain why what's in your mind is not fake. It is real. So when we put fake into the box, it becomes difficult to understand what fake really is, because there can be so many different meanings of fake and situations and realities of it that we have to make it our own. False advice kindly entertained. So when something is fake to me, something's not real, someone telling me I can't do something or that it's impossible is fake to me. Someone telling me that my ideas are not good ideas, someone telling me that I'm not capable is fake to me. It's not something that's real. So, what's fake to me may be real to you. People who are telling you that you can't do things, that you're not capable, that you won't ever get it, that might be real to you. And I say this because we have to form agreement that the opposite of what we know is also true. This is a quote by Buddha. And this means to accept others' reality, for it is as real to them as yours is to you. Now, if we were to elaborate on this, because this is a very difficult piece of information to really digest. The opposite of what you know is also true. Dr. David R. Hawkins, the man who wrote Power vs. Force, states, We live in a holographic universe. Holographic as in the fact that it is not one or two-sided, but it is four-dimensional. And that means that if something has four dimensions, that same object can be perceived from four different ways. And that object is going to look different from all perspectives. However, each perspective is true to the nature that where it's being perceived from is true. So if this one perspective is true, then the opposite perspective from another point must also be true, even if we're looking at the same focal point. So guys, finding the answer within, unique, finding the answer within, our second company core value, allows our employees to think outside the box and to bring value from a place of inner authenticity. Culture matters, guys. I love yous all. Have an awesome day.